Yo, what's up, my beautiful people? And thank you for tuning in to another Sistas review, recap, discussion, whatever you want to call it. I think, baby, y'all got mad at me. Some people got mad at me from that last video I did about Karen's credit card conspiracy. I knew I was gonna, ruffle some feathers, but you know what's so funny? A lot of people do not post under the video, but they will inbox me, and those are funny, those are hilarious. But thank you guys for watching and commenting and everything like that. I appreciate it. And like I said, I never get offended if you disagree. And I want to say one thing, because I know, and the comment may still be down there in the comments on the last video. I'm not one of those reviewers who will cuss you out because we have opposing views, so I have a lot of people, or people will say, well, everyone is entitled to their opinion. And that is absolutely correct. And I never, ever get upset about someone's opinion, because we all have them, and I think that's the beauty of, to me, having a YouTube channel, because I can do a video and post my perspective, my belief, my opinion, and other people can either agree with that or disagree with that. And I would never come at somebody for disagreeing with me. That's just not who I am. So all opinions are welcome. All I just say is keep it respectful, because I won't come at you respectful unless you want to take it to another level. We can go there too. But I choose not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to do that. But this particular video, I had so many people after that video ask me in various ways, why do I like Aaron? Why do I take up for Aaron? What is it about him? Because a lot of people feel like he's shady. A lot of people feel like it's just something about him they can't put their finger on. So what is it that you see that makes you like him? And I think those are all valid. And I know I missed some questions that were asked, but this was like the most prominent one. And those are valid. And so I'm going to do my very best and explaining myself, or letting you into my mind and my perspective as to why I like Aaron. And so a lot of times with most shows that I watch, I am always in the minority, where I always like the person that most people are hating on or just don't like. If you go back and go through my videos and look at my Star reviews, a lot of people, they love Star. Star was their favorite character. Star wasn't my favorite character. Alex was my favorite character. Alex and Noah were my favorite character. They were the couple I was riding for hard. Wasn't a big fan of Derek and wasn't a big fan of of Star. So I'm normally in the minority for whatever the reasoning is. And so with Aaron, we all know Aaron is the minority. Aaron is the one that people feel like is something about him. His true colors are going to come out. I don't trust him, so on and so forth. And I understand that. The reason, I'm going to tell y'all I trusted him, from the beginning. But what solidified that for me is when Aaron and Karen went on their first date, season 1, episode 4. And I try to be as factual, because people like coming for you. But I do my research. I do my due diligence before I get behind this mic and talk to y'all. So on that episode, Karen was drinking a martini. Aaron was drinking a sweet tea. And Karen's response was, she was like, hard stuff. And his response was, I'm not much of a drinker. So fast forward to like episode 16, 17 or something, and we find out that Aaron is a recovering alcoholic in season 1. He asked Karen, after he and Zach fought in her house and he had the people come and clean up, he asked if she had something hard to drink. Now at this time she wasn't aware of his past issues, so she fixed him a drink. Actually, he fixed his own drink. She was like, that's a lot. And he was like, yeah, it is. And then we were informed that he hadn't had a drink in 7 years, and not only did he drink, but he used drugs as well. They did not go into detail as to what drugs he used. So going back to episode 4, at that time, Karen had no idea that Aaron was a recovering alcoholic. So this man could have ordered an alcoholic beverage and he did not. So for me, that let me know that he's an integral person. Not perfect, but he's integral. So I could appreciate that. I also could appreciate the fact that Aaron is a minister. And I don't really say this a lot, but there was a time in my life where I was a licensed minister. I have been in ministry for years. And I could appreciate his honesty. And it also showed a lot of judgments from viewers, because you had a lot of viewers saying, oh, well, he's supposed to be a man of God. He's supposed to be this. He's supposed to be that. And he is a man of God. That does not eradicate the fact that he is a man made of flesh and bone like everyone else. You know, people had something to say when he and Zach got into it at the hotel. And I'm like, but who wouldn't? I don't care how much God you got on the inside of you. You in the hotel about to get your business done. You know what I'm saying? And someone breaks in, who would not respond in the way that he responded? So I think a lot of times the things that Aaron has displayed, or some of the actions that people may not agree with, he will get almost crucified to the cross for being human, while Zach, on the other hand, can do some things and it's like, oh, well, I mean, he did it. It ain't no big deal. So that's why I kind of always kind of ride for the underdog. And the only reason why I feel that Zach is not Zach has a true, I'm talking about hard to the core fan base. Okay. Who, hey, all he needs is he needs time to grow. He needs time to do this. He needs time to do that. And I'm like, but no. Zach is a 36-year-old man. He's had time. And I don't think it's fair to any woman to be 36 and have to deal with a Zach, or for a man to be 36 and be a Zach. That's just my personal perspective, because of the type of men that I'm around, the type of men that are in my life, the type of men who have shown me what a real man is. So my perspective is like, I'm not dealing with a Zach at the age of 36. No. You deal with Zachs when you're 22. You know, them late teens, early 20s. That's just for me. So going back to Aaron, a lot of people also were getting on him because his wife just died. How is he able to move on so quickly? And I'm thinking, well, who are we to stamp a time frame on the amount of time it takes somebody to move on? Because when you think about it, him and Fawn were divorced when she decided to commit suicide, or when she committed suicide. They were not together, and he already had an affinity for Karen. He already was deep in like with this woman. Even Fawn stated it, you know, when she popped up on Karen, and she was like, he really likes you. I could tell by the way he looks at you. She knew something was different. Like she told Karen, he don't even look at another woman. When he was with me, he didn't even look at another woman. So that let me know that Aaron is a faithful man. He's a committed man. Whoever he's with, that's who he's with. And he's not searching for anything outside of that. He also has stated that cheating is the deal breaker for him. Cheating is the deal breaker. So it's like Fawn knew that. She did it anyway. And not only did she just cheat, she cheated with a friend of his. And then had the evidence on her shirt. We already know what that evidence is. We all grown. And then the fact that he thought it was only one time, and then come to find out you've been having an affair with this man. It's been an ongoing affair. And then, you know, so you have the viewers or the fans will say, well, what was he doing that caused her to cheat? What was he doing? Something he did. And I'm like, well, not necessarily, because people cheat just because they want to cheat. You could be in a committed relationship, you happy, this man or woman is showing no signs that they're unhappy, or that there is a void, or that they're lacking in any way, and they will still cheat. And then you ask them, well, baby, what was going on? What was it? And they gonna say, they looked up with a dumb face. I don't know. I just did it. It was an opportunity that presented itself, and I did it, never realizing it was going to, take on a life of its own. Those things just happen. And so I've always felt that a lot of people, I think if Aaron was written another way, or if what happened to Aaron happened to one of the women on the show, there would be so much compassion. Like, dang, man, Danny's husband killed himself, and oh my gosh, she didn't deserve that. She got to deal with it. Or any of the other sisters. I just chose her because she's the first one that popped in my mind. But it's like, at that time, this man is going through the process of who he's been with for 15 years killed herself. The kids he was around for 15 years, he's no longer around them because the family's not going to let him have custody because they're not biologically his. So someone messaged me, after I did the video last week, and they were like, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, and they were like, he gave up his kids to be with Karen, a woman he doesn't even know. And I'm like, sis, he did not give up his children to be with Karen. Those are not even his kids, that bloodline wise. And then you see this crazy ass family. Hey, what we got to do so I could just be done with this, so I can move on. He even told Karen, I just want to be happy. I'm ready for good times in my life. And so I just feel like he gets the brunt of a lot of things that really isn't due to him. As a culture of women, as a culture of, viewers and fans. And the interesting thing is, like, a lot of dudes I know, they don't like Zach's character. They don't like Zach's character because they know how detrimental that makeup of a man can be to himself, but also to a woman. Period. So it's like when I see that, it's not the fact, and even going back to Zach, because even from that video, I went from being a Zach basher to a Zach hater. It just went on and on. And I'm like, dude, granted, I do not like the character of Zach, but I want to see Zach come up. His character is not entertaining to me, simply because it's like, how long is he going to be the struggle character? It's time for something to shift in his life. It's time for him to experience a come up. It's time for that, because what we're witnessing with Zach is irritating to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do want to see him come up. I do want to see him on his grown man vibe. I do want to see that. So it's not to where, yes, I'm team Aaron, but I want, Zach to be low, or I don't want him to, become something better. It's not like that with me. So when people are like, oh, you really hate him and you really bashing him, and I'm like, nah. What is it about his character that's appealing? Now, what I will say with Zach is that I believe that Zach has a good heart. I believe that Zach really wants the best for people, and even himself, he does not know all the right ways to do that. But it is not a woman's job to teach and build and structure him. It's not Fatima's job either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect Fatima to do this miracle. I think some people were expecting Fatima to work this miracle, on Zach, and that's not her responsibility. Or even the people who state, well, Fatima should have told Zach what was up from the beginning, that she dates other people. And it's like, well, in what world, when you have sex with a person, that y'all are automatically in a relationship? So when I look at the comments and when I look at the things that people say, number one, I'm a writer, so I'm interested in how you came up with your perspective. Number two, I'm a teacher as well, so, and counsel people. So when I see these different perspectives, I take all this in. It's research for me. It's research to find out, wow, why do people think like that? So if I'm talking to someone and someone is coming to me with an issue, I'm just like, okay, this is why they look at this like this. And this is the reason why they're having a difficult time letting this person go, or accepting this about themselves, or whatever the case may be, so on and so forth. But that's why I really connect with Aaron, because some similarities that I do share with him, being, a minister, and people are expecting you to be this image of perfection when you're not. So when you do something that they don't find appealing, or when you do something and it's like, oh, that's out of character for her. No, you just caught me on the right day. I love God, but ain't nothing about me soft. Trust me. Don't come at me crazy. I don't like getting angry. It's not a great place to be in. So I choose not to be. I choose, and it's like every day choosing to be happy, choosing to, to live your life and walk a certain way. So when I look at Aaron, and I like the fact that he's very direct. He's a very direct person. So am I. And I love that too. I love that about him. Hey, this is what it is. This is what I don't like. I want to be with you. What we gonna do? You the person I'm riding with, right? Like he's very, very direct. There is no guessing with him. And so when I see people saying like his true color's gonna come out, I'm like, well, how long we gonna wait for them to come out though? when they coming out, I think that he has really displayed who he is. He told Karen off. They've gone through that, and I think because their situation started off so heavy. It started off so heavy, and it's like now we're able to see like the softer side of this relationship that we're seeing forming. And so that's what I can appreciate about Aaron. And like I said, going back to why I trust him in the sense of he could have got something to drink and she would have never known that he was a recovering alcoholic, but he chose not to. That was integral to me, because most people, if they were struggling, I'm like, oh, she don't know nothing about me. Hey, let me get this. Hell, she ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that about him. And I think that and another thing too with me when it comes to him, anytime that Karen has wanted to stop whatever that was going on with them, anytime that, you know, she needed him to like, hey, I need you to fall back, leave me alone. Not even leave me alone, but he's just never, like, a lot of people thought that he was gonna try to rape her in the hotel room. I saw that and I was like, why would you? So the writer and the counselor in me, the teacher in me was like, what made you go there? Like, what? Zach is the one who broke into the hotel room. What made you go there to think that Aaron was going to rape her? You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's no hate, you know. And like when you read the description, all this stuff, I say this is all for entertainment purposes only. I don't take it that it's not that serious to me in the sense of for me to go back and forth with a brother or sister in my comments or to try to minimize your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion, and I welcome it. It just may be different. You know, I think these shows really show. It puts a mirror in front of people, because I've seen people I'm talking about get dragged, get cussed out as if they know this person personally. And I'm like, damn, is that serious? But at the end of the day, I'm not a Zach basher. I'm not a Zach hater. I ride for Aaron. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we'll see who wrong or whatever. That's perfectly fine. Like, if I'm wrong, I have no problem with getting behind this mic and say, I was wrong, dog. On Star, I thought Noah and Alex were going to end up together. They didn't. And me and my friend had a bet. If I lost, I had to do a video and tell people I was wrong, and I did it with a smile on my face because it was funny. So I don't take these things serious like that. It's just a place for me to express my perspective, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's all this is. But Aaron, I'm team Aaron all day. I like that he's a gentleman. I like that he he's moving at Karen's pace. He's not trying to rush her. He's not trying to, he understands it. He understands that there is love between her and Zach. That love just don't die like that. It's not like a switch you turn on and off. It's there, but she's deciding to continue to move on. Yes, she loves Zach. I think, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go out on the whim and say I think she loves Aaron too. She might not be in love with him. I don't think she's in love with Zach either. But I think that she's definitely that love word floating around there. I just think he's just different. And for any woman or any man who has been in a hellacious relationship and you come across someone who treats you in a manner that you've never experienced, it does something to you. It changes you. It changes you. And I think that's what we're seeing with Karen's character. But those are some of the reasons why I enjoy Aaron. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good dude with a past. We don't know all of it yet. And then, even to the young lady who messaged me and was like, well, even his mom, was saying that he wasn't it. Like, it was something about him. And I said, you know what, sis? The mama did say that, but I don't do Karen's mom. I don't do Karen's mom. I don't know. How the hell you dating a man who's younger than your daughter? And then let's not forget the same episode that Aaron went off on Karen on. When Karen got in the house, her mama was waiting for her at the kitchen table, who was going camping with a man she met, I think, at a Beyonce concert. She didn't even know who the hell he was. So I'm like, Karen's mom, I done forgot her, Lisa. Lisa is the wrong person to be getting some darn relationship advice from. I ain't forget that episode. I'm like, you going camping. I think the dude name was Joe. And didn't know who the hell the man was. But you finna go in the desert with this fool? All right. Cancel all your advice to me, sis. But and I think that she was one, as a mom, all this hell is going on or coming in my daughter's life since she met you. You know what I'm saying? So I understood Lisa's perspective. You want to protect your child. You seem like the type of man who would make a woman weak and would do something like that. And I'm like, what the hell is that to say to somebody? What is that to say? But, Lisa was in the Marines. So Lisa, you can tell Lisa's a hard exterior person. So, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think Lisa knows everything that Zach has done to her daughter. Because if she did, I can't see her wanting Karen to be with Zach. That's just me. Especially, if she knew all that stuff, there is no way. There is no way I would want my daughter to be with a man who has given her STD, who has put her through what she accepted it too. That's why I don't put all the blame on Zach. But it's like, that ain't the type of man you would want for your child. At least it shouldn't be, in my personal opinion. But that's why I ride for Aaron. You know what I'm saying? I think Zach got enough fans. I'm not a fan anyway. But Zach Hive is real out here in these streets. You feel me? So Team Aaron, we in the minority, and that's okay. Still ride. still ride with him. Still ride. I just think that and everybody is suspect on the Tyler Perry show. Everybody suspect. People suspect of Jacoby. I don't trust him. Somebody told me they don't trust the woman whose husband is the pastor that came and got her hair done from Karen. Something about her eyes. I'm like, well, then who do you like? Who do you like on the show? Everybody suspect. Every character that is not Karen, Andy, Sabrina, Maurice, and Danny are suspect. Everybody, I'm like, can we just get to know the character first? Damn, they only said 3 words. They a suspect. But I get it because this is Tyler, so I get that. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're free to like who you like and ride for them, all that, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, y'all, give a sister a break, man. I'd like Aaron, all y'all Zach Hives. It's okay. Y'all love Zach, and I'm cool, and it's okay. I'm cool with that, and I can see why you do. He's the person you definitely want to root for. You want to root to make it, and I get it, and I do too, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm just trying to give y'all something to this show come back on, because the 27 seems so far away. But I do. I don't, and y'all could comment. People, I responded to one girl. She thought I was mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You came to me. I'm just responding. That's it. I'm just responding. If you could hear my tone, honestly, when I try to put LOL so people can know I'm laughing. I'm not being sarcastic, even though I'm a sarcastic ass person. I'm literally just responding to what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it. But thank you guys for listening again. And like I said, some people just have no problem with saying what they want me to talk about. I get a lot, but it's a lot of the same things. So if it's something, y'all want me to discuss with the sisters, what I think, the relationship dynamics, y'all can hit me up and let me know. And I would surely do it. But yes, y'all be safe out there. Be careful. Keep your peace. Maintain your peace, because we all need it. I will holler at y'all later. Until next time. One.